What's up guys, I'm Alfredo and today we are going to be talking about my favorite skill, the handstand. I've seen countless ways of teaching the handstand. My way comes from my own personal experience and I believe it's one of the most effective and efficient ways of teaching the handstand. I like to break down the handstand into smaller components so that you can work on each of those parts of the skill and it'll be a lot easier to put everything together and unlock the handstand. So the first part that we're going to be working on is the strength. You need to be strong enough in your wrist, your arms, your shoulders, and your core to be able to support your entire body upside down. The reason I love the handstand so much is because it's such a fundamental skill in calisthenics that will later allow you to unlock crazy skills such as the planche, the handstand push-up, and the 90-degree push-up. So that's going to bring us to our first strength progression, and that is going to be the Pike Hold. So you're going to start in a push-up position. Notice how I walk my feet up to the point where my shoulders are stacked directly above my wrist. This is going to put a good amount of weight on your shoulders and is going to simulate the correct shoulder positioning required to hold a handstand. This move is not only going to help you build the strength that you need in your shoulders, but it is also going to help you get comfortable being upside down without the fear of falling. Once you are comfortable in the Pike Hold, you are now ready for the next progression, and that is to simply elevate your feet. This is going to even further simulate the handstand, as now it requires you to have your hips stacked above your wrist and your shoulders. To make this exercise even more difficult, simply raise one leg, putting even more weight onto your shoulders. Once you are comfortable holding the elevated pike position for around 20 to 30 seconds, you are now ready to move on to the next progression, and that is going to be wall walks. You're going to start in a push-up position with your feet elevated on the wall. Slowly walk your feet up the wall while simultaneously walking your hands back closer and closer to the wall. You want to make sure that you stay in a straight line by keeping your core engaged. Once you get to the top, you're going to protract your shoulders by pushing away from the ground. This is the best way to simulate a freestanding handstand if you don't yet have the balance portion down. Once you can perform roughly 3 to 4 wall walks and hold the top position for around 20 to 30 seconds, you should be confident that you have the strength to perform a handstand. Now it's time to get into my favorite exercises to help you get the proper balance and body control needed to perform a handstand. So the first exercise is going to be one-legged wall handstands. You're first going to start by performing a wall walk. Once at the top, you're going to point your toes and stay tight from top to bottom. When you are ready, you're going to lift one leg off of the wall while keeping the other leg on. Once you are comfortable, take the other leg off of the wall and match it with your other foot. The next progression is going to be handstand kick ups. To perform this exercise, start with your hands close to the wall. You're going to have your dominant leg forward and the other leg back with no weight on it. Next, you're going to push off your dominant leg while keeping the other leg straight. If you're slamming into the wall, you're pushing off too hard. If your feet can't get up to the wall, then you're not pushing off hard enough. Eventually, you will get to the point where you are just floating up and you're barely even needing the wall for assistance. Once you have practiced the handstand kick up enough and you are barely using the wall, you can take it and practice it freestanding. All right guys, the next and final step that you need to practice is the dismount. Whenever I'm teaching people how to handstand, one of the biggest limiting factors is always fear of falling. Learning how to properly dismount will give you the confidence to handstand just about anywhere. To perform this exercise, again, you're going to start off by first performing a wall walk. Once you get to the top, you're simply going to open your hips to either side and place that same leg down on the floor. Literally, it's that easy. Once you get comfortable doing it on the wall, you can then take it and perform it without the wall. And remember that it is important to practice falling and opening up your hips on both sides so that you are ready for any situation that might happen in the future. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like, subscribe, and make sure to leave a comment telling me how far you are along in your handstand training. That's all for today, guys. I'll see you guys next time.